My husband is cooking for his true love when his parents are abducted. I don't stop him from doing anything. Instead, I call the police. I've been reborn. In my past life, I stopped my husband from caring for his true love. In turn, he stopped his parents from leaving the house, helping them avoid a tragedy. However, his true love ended up getting an amputation after cutting her finger and getting a wound infection. My husband didn't blame me after the incident. His revenge only came a year later. When I was almost due for labor, he tricked me to a remote cliff and pushed me off. Nothing would have happened to Haley if you hadn't stopped me that night. This is all your fault. Why is she the one who had to have an amputation? You're the one who deserves to die, you evil woman. I rolled down the cliff while pregnant with his child and died a horrible death. This time, he leaves the house to care for his true love as he wishes. But when he returns, he falls to his knees in despair. He looks like he's aged a decade. Chapter: I received a call from the abductors just as my husband's first love, Haley Crosby, arrived at the scene. You have an hour to gather $20 million. The abductor barked at me. Place the ransom under the central bridge. Don't call the police, or I'll kill them. Armed with the knowledge from my past life, I put the call on the speaker so my husband, Shane McClure, could hear them. I turned to face him and met his clouded expression. He snorted. Natalie Swanson, how low could you go? Did you get my parents to put on this act just so you could push Haley out of the picture? I didn't cry or wail like he had expected. Instead, I calmly clarified, this isn't an act. Your parents have been abducted, and we need $20 million to pay the ransom. Go get the money now. His icy gaze bore into me. Stone-faced, he said, are you trying to swindle my money after you failed to win my heart with this sham marriage? Shane and I had known each other for 2 decades. When we were younger, I saved his life once, and our families arranged our marriage as a result. But deep down, I'd always known Shane resented my modest family background. He had never hidden his feelings for Haley Crosby, his first love, who had been studying abroad. Before we got married, I told him he could walk away, that he could return to Haley if he wished. I promised I wouldn't hold it against him. Without even looking at me, he muttered flatly, I'll marry you willingly. Shane's demeanor grew colder after our wedding. He had never looked me in the face from the first time we met. I often comforted myself and attributed his coldness to his personality, that he still loved me. Then Haley returned to the country. Shane's wide, radiant smile upon seeing her shattered my delusions and drove a knife into my heart. From the beginning, he had never once taken my side. The look in my eyes frosted over, and I glared at him in utter disappointment. Keeping my composure, I said evenly, I've never thought of conning you, and I'd never resort to such a shameless tactic. Believe me or not, your parents have been abducted. I'm not putting on an act. Go to the police with me if you trust me. If not, get out of my way. I have lives to save. He seemed taken aback, maybe by my calmness, or maybe because, for the first time, I showed real irritation. I turned to leave, gently pushing Haley out of my way, but suddenly, she collapsed to the floor. That hurts, Haley whimpered. She blinked her eyes with an innocent look as tears streamed down her cheeks. Shane, don't be angry at Nat, she said. She didn't shove me on purpose. Shane's face darkened as he rushed to her side. She was grimacing and clutching her hand. It was at that moment I realized I had suffered a cut to my hand. Shane bellowed at me, I'll kill you if anything happens to Haley. Then, he hurriedly brought her to the hospital, leaving me behind in our spacious bedroom. Chapter: even though the abductors had warned me not to call the police, I thought it over and decided to report it anyway. I decided to leave the task to the professionals. After making the report, I headed to the police station with long, determined strides. Before I got there, my phone rang with an incoming call. I frowned at the familiar name on the screen before picking up. Ugh, came the exasperated voice of Jimmy Fletcher, Shane's cousin.